Who can actually afford a $500,000 house in 2026? Not who you think, and probably not the people you see buying them. Let's slow this down and look at it calmly, because most people never do. Imagine a normal scenario. You're in the US or Western Europe, late 20s to late 30s, college degree, stable job, decent income. You're doing everything right. You earn around $95,000 a year before tax. Sounds solid. Above average, respectable. After federal, state, social security, healthcare, and pension deductions, your take-home is roughly $5,400 a month. That's the number that matters, not the salary headline. Now the house. A $500,000 home in 2026 usually means 10 to 20% down payment if you're lucky, a 30-year mortgage. Interest rates that are still historically high. Your monthly mortgage, including property tax and insurance, lands around $3,300 to $3,600. Let's be conservative and say $3,400. You've now used 63% of your net income on housing alone. And life hasn't even started yet. You still need transportation. A very average car payment or lease is $500 to $650. Insurance adds another $150. Now we're at $4,200. Utilities, internet, phone, groceries, that's another $700 to $900 if you're not being reckless. We're now at $5,000 to $5,100. Credit cards, student loans, occasional medical costs, clothes, a social life that doesn't make you feel isolated. You're out of money. And this is the responsible version of the story. The uncomfortable part is this: nothing went wrong. The math was never on your side. The system quietly normalized a financial mistake. That mistake is confusing approval with affordability. Banks approve based on risk to them, not stability for you. They assume consistent income, no major surprises, and decades of compliance. But real life doesn't behave that way. The math shows it clearly. If more than 30 to 35% of your net income goes to housing, you don't own the house. The house owns your future decisions. Vacations disappear. Career flexibility disappears. Savings become theoretical. One job loss turns into panic. And yet people still do it. Why? Because of psychology, not stupidity. Humans anchor to monthly payments, not total cost. They compare themselves to peers, not spreadsheets. And they're emotionally pushed by timelines. You should own by now. Rent is throwing money away. Prices will only go up. That pressure is quiet, constant, and socially reinforced. Over 30 years, that $500,000 house doesn't cost $500,000. With interest, taxes, maintenance, and opportunity cost, it often exceeds $900,000. That's not a scam, that's arithmetic. Now here's the part most videos avoid. People who actually can afford a $500,000 house in 2026 usually fall into one of three groups. They either earn $160,000 plus household income, or they have a large down payment from years of saving or family support, or they deliberately keep the rest of their life extremely simple. Financially intelligent people don't ask, "Can I get this house?" They ask, "What does this house quietly take away from my future?" They think in terms of option value, flexibility, time, stress. They don't hate home ownership. They just refuse to let it dominate their financial identity. And here's the final reality most people need to hear once. Renting is not failure. Buying too early is not success. A $500,000 house only makes sense when it fits cleanly into your life without squeezing it. Not because you were approved, not because everyone else is doing it, but because the math stays calm even when life doesn't. If this made you think differently, not scared, not hyped, just clearer. Consider subscribing, that's all. That's